Right. Shalom, giving all
Shalom.
praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that rule impeccably well. And shalom to you, Akim, out there that's pushing his truth and sincerity across the four winds in pure faith and in diligence, man. Right, I got the brother Ratazar with me, man. I'm brother Yakanan from GMS camp in London. We just want to get into a quick video, basically going into, the story of Jacob and Esau.
Mm.
Now, the video is going to be inspired by an article I came across. It's quite an old article, and it's on the website housetohouse.com. And the title of it is, "What Did Jacob Take When He Took Esau's Birthright?" Now, I'm just going through the article. It's funny because it just shows you that no one really has a true understanding of why the birthright situation happened the way it did. It was all spiritual from the beginning, and the ultimate result was that Jacob and the seed of Jacob was going to be exalted in the end, man. I was going to be the true
Come,
rulers of this place that we call planet Earth, man, and ultimately the universe, man.
come. Hey, just on
You
that
know,
art, says
can't
Amos 3 and 7 says, surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth the secrets unto his servants, the prophets.
can't break it down, bro.
Hey, like the brother was saying, like, no one really has an understanding as to why, the whole birthright situation happened the way it did.
Yeah,
But through the Spirit, the apostles got the understanding, and then they have basically get told the world what the understanding is, whether they want to hear or whether they want to forbear.
yeah, that's right, man. And also, another thing, you'll get like these so-called Jews, or you get these people that they have the opinion that Jacob was going off when he supplanted Esau for his birthright. Well, he was named Jacob for a reason, man.
Mm. Yeah,
So it was
is
set up in the spirit for
yeah,
him to do that from the beginning,
yeah. What
because
did
the Lord
Esau
knew,
scream? Esau's like, "Oh,
hey,
for he has supplanted me these. Is he not rightly called Jacob? For he has
Khan,
supplanted me these two times."
that's right, man. Let me just read a few excerpts of the article, and then we'll get into the scriptures, man. And we'll break it down and give you the true understanding, man, pure understanding, man, as bestowed upon us through the apostles, and their elders before them. So it says Esau and Jacob were the two sons of Isaac and Rebekah. Esau, the elder son, was the favorite of Isaac, while Jacob, the younger son, was the favorite of Rebekah.
Yeah, well, the nigga
Since,
woman was still with us, man.
yeah. Since Esau was the firstborn son, he was entitled to receive the birthright. The birthright was twofold. First, it included a double portion of the inheritance from the father. Second, it included a special ceremonial blessing from the father. Esau complained of what Jacob had done to him, and he said, "It is not right." And he said, "Is not he rightly named Jacob, deceiver,
Nah, they're going on me supplanting, man. He
supplanter?"
got supplanted,
Yeah, so
man.
you see what I mean. So already they tried to call him a deceiver. So that's that hate and that enmity that they have for Jake in the world, man, which proves that really in their spirit they know who we are to call him a deceiver and not a supplanter. You know,
Mm.
for he have supplanted me these two times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he have taken away my blessing. Right? And he gives you the reference of Genesis 27 and 36. So if you can get Genesis 25 as well,
Can't. Hey, shit. It's Genesis 25 and 23 says, and do you want me to start from the story,
yeah.
from 19 to
You can just get to the point,
get to a
really.
point? All right, it says Genesis 25:23 says, and Yahweh said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one
Con.
people shall be stronger than the other people, and here's the key point, and the
Mm.
elder shall serve the younger.
That's right. So now it's telling you before they were even born that the elder was going to serve the younger. And that's Yahweh telling you that, man. Right? Which means that from the beginning, the Yahweh Shemyahu's guy was going to set up a scenario where the younger would have to supplant the elder for the blessing.
That's
It
right.
would it just had to go that way. Right? So even just from reading that first verse, the whole argument is really shut down on
Mm.
why this actually happened, man. You know? Carry on, bro.
Right, it says verse 24 it says, and their days to be delivered were fulfilled. Behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red, all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And the
Can't red all over like a hairy garment. Why? Because his blood showed through his skin, man.
that's right.
Because he had no pigmentation. When you don't have pigmentation, basically anything under that layer of your skin is going to show, which is your blood,
Yeah,
right? Because you haven't got no pigmentation to cover it up.
Yeah, and the way naming was done back then, it would have been literally what you saw. You know, when you look
Yeah,
at what the names the tribes had, it's literally things of the moment. You
yep,
know, Rawaban, see, it's a sun, you
yep,
know, etc., etc., etc. Right?
can't.
But literally, Esau, when Esau came up, you know, they would have been like Shashua, which in a Hebrew means wasted away is he, because they would have
Yeah,
been like,
which
yo,
means it
what?
was a bad thing, Salaka.
Yeah,
Which means it was actually a bad thing
mm,
for him not to have pigmentation.
mm,
That's a curse, man, and they knew that. So that's why they called him such a name, man. You
can't.
know?
Wasted away. Like they would not let her not be as one dead man. In
Yeah.
Numbers 12, we're talking about Miriam.
Yep, yep, yep.
Right. It says, and after that came out his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his
Mm,
name was Jacob. And
can't.
Isaac was 3 years old when she bare them. This is why it's good to know the name, the meaning of words, this, that, and the other, because
Yeah,
supplant. That's why they named him Jacob, or rather, your eye probably would have been in the heat because he supplanted. He basically he was gonna bring Esau down, man. That's ultimately what it's indicative of. You know,
that's
from a
right.
higher horse, you grab someone and you pull them down, man. Right? Yeah, that's a point. Bro, you still with me?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
can't.
okay, yeah. Now look like it froze.
That's all right. So good, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's right, man. So we're just gonna get into a few scriptures because there ain't really much else in the article, man. You know, they're basically just trying, going like it was basically wrong for Jacob to supplant him, but through the scriptures we can confound that, man.
It
You
was in
know,
the spirit, man.
can't.
It was meant to happen.
That's right. I'll start. This is Second Esdras chapter 6 and verse 9. It says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth." So then, right now, you got another example in Second Esdras, right? Way after the book of Genesis, in that time, again telling you of how things were going to be in the end days, man. Right? Esau is going to be the end of the world, and we're currently in that time when Esau is ruling, and we're in that stage at the end of the world, man. The prophecies are coming to pass. And Job 9:24 tells you that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. That is evidently happened already, man. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. They are running things right now, man. So the next kingdom that's to come is Jacob, man, not Moab, not Ammon, not Elam. They're not gonna rule the world, man. Right? It's Jacob that's gonna be the next ruler of this world, man.
Mm,
You
that's
know?
right. That's right.
You got anything, bro?
Shit. I've only got the scriptures out that I've set up at the end, man.
Okay, can't.
Yeah. Hey, because
This.
everything's what? Because who's ruling right now? Pursuant to Job 9:24, Esau, man. Right.
Yeah,
So if
yeah, can't.
Esau's ruling and Esau's about to go down, what does that mean by default? It means that it's Israel's turn next.
Can't.
All right.
That's right. This is Romans chapter 9 and verse 13. It says, "As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated." I'll read that again. "As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau I have hated," man. Right? So Yahweh Shemi Shai has always hated Esau, man. He never ever set him up to be, the ruler of the kingdom, man. He's chosen people.
Mm.
Jacob was always chosen to be the inheritor of the
Yep.
world, and the other nations were always chosen to be servants underneath Jacob, man.
That's right.
That's how it was set up from the foundations of the earth, man. You know,
That's right.
that's how it was set up. If you want to go into your scriptures, Art.
Yeah, man. Shit. No, this is. I've still got one of yours. Hebrews 12:17.
Okay, can't.
Yeah, you want me to pull it up for you, bro?
Yep.
Yeah, this is Hebrews 12:17. It says, "For ye know how that afterward that he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected, for he
Can't.
found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears."
Hey, break it down, bro.
Hey man, when Esau lost the birthright, man, he started bitching up, man. He started crying. He was, oh, he wanted to slay his brother. Right, but what?
Can't.
Why? All that was for one morsel of meat, man. In fact, the
That's right.
16th verse says, "Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright, and that's indicative of these Edomites, man.
Yep.
They'll
Yep.
do shit like that. They can't take hardship for shit. All
Can't.
man had to do was wait a couple of minutes for the meal. Back then you would have had like fields and stuff. He might have had some apple trees, or some grapes that he could have munched until the food was ready. But
Can't.
Esau, being the profane person, profane meaning which put outside of the temple,
Yep.
right? It basically means he was never meant to get it. He
That's
was
right.
never
If I could
supposed to be
say,
in the court. Got on, bro?
can't. If I could say that, it also proves that Esau is impulsive, man.
Yeah.
He's an impulsive character, and he never actually knew the true worth of the birthright, man. So if he actually knew the true worth of it and valued it in the first place, he wouldn't have sold it for a muscle of meat.
Come.
Right, so this proves that he was in no character or spiritual chosen ordainedness to even have
Birthright in the
that
first
birthright
place.
in the first
Hey,
place,
man, bro,
man.
if I may, man, because the scriptures say ye of your father the devil,
That's
referencing
right.
Jake, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
Jacob done that. Jacob sold,
yeah.
this, not birthright, but they've sold out. They've sold
Gone.
this blessing, this knowledge, this understanding for,
Yep.
the modern Muslim meat in the sense of like money and shit because they don't truly value the
Yeah.
reward. They don't truly believe that we're going to be remunerated for our hard work, man, for our labors.
That's right. That's right, bro.
All right. Oh, you got
Gone.
anything?
This is I'll go Isaiah 41 and verse 8. But thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. So that's plain and clear. And from the beginning, it was ordained that the Lord set up Jacob, man, from the seed of Abraham, and he calls him his friend, man, someone dear to his heart.
That's
You
right.
know,
That's right. That's right. It's cold cut, man. You got a.
that's gone.
Gone.
Go on, bro.
I was gonna say you got a Deuteronomy. What was it that 7 or 32 and 8?
Yep, yep, yep.
Basically saying no, seven's like when I chose you. Basically, once again talking about that the Lord was the one who actually chose, man. When I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
choose you because, in fact, why am I? Let's bring it out.
Gone.
Is it 7 and 6 and 1 or 32 and 8? Yeah, it says Deuteronomy 7 and 7 says, Yahweh did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because you were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. But
Yep.
because the Lord Yahweh loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, hath the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you
Yep.
out of the hand a house of bondmen from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
That's right, bro. That's right.
Right, the Lord had chosen Israel, man. Israel was always supposed to be the guys, man. Not
Yep.
Esau, not certainly not Ishmael.
Hey,
They
just to back you up on that as
yeah,
well, this is Amos chapter 3 and verse 2. It says, "You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities."
that's right.
So that's how it was set up, man. The Lord was only dealing with the house of Israel, with the stock of Jacob, man. Right from the beginning, man. That's just how it is, man. All the way from Abraham to Jacob, man. That's who the Lord was dealing with. As it said in Genesis 25, there was two manner of people in her womb, man. Two different spirits, two different nations, man. Right?
Come
The Lord made that separation for a reason. Even though they came from the same father, the Lord made it a point in this particular story to make you know that there were two different spirits in her womb.
And I got
That's
one.
for Khan.
It says Second Ezra 5:27 says, and among all the multitudes of people thou hast gotten thee one people, and now and unto this people whom thou lovest thou gavest the Lord that is approved of all.
Yeah.
Right? It goes on to see this point. It says, and now, O Lord, why hast thou given this one people over unto many, and upon the one root hast thou prepared others, and why hast thou? That goes into something else. That
Khan.
goes still in the same thing, man.
Khan. Yeah, but if you want to pull out your scriptures, man, and then we'll close up, man, because we
Yeah,
pretty much hit the nail on the head with it.
yeah, man. So basically wanted to go into the fact that this was preordained before the foundation of the earth. Because when you read
Yeah.
Genesis 1, it was Yahweh Shai and the elect that really made the world, man. It says
Khan.
before Jeremiah 1 and 4, Yahweh Shai and the angels. Jeremiah 1 and 5 says, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and now ordained thee a prophet unto the nation. Basically saying, before everything happened, the Most High already knew your plan. The Most High already set up your plan, just the same way as Jacob was to take Esau, take Esau's blessing and birthright. That was ordained, which is why when he came out, he was holding Esau's heel.
Yep.
You know, he could have been doing anything, man. He could have just been like sticking his head out and shit. You know, his foot may have come out first. But no, the Lord had it whereby he took his heel first. Because why it was ordained in the spirit, it was all supposed to be for a sign. As to what to come. And also want to get Ephesians 1 and 4. It says, according as he hath chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love. They saying before the world was even made, the Lord had already chosen, man. He had already said, yo, this is what I want. This is who I want.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. So even before the story of Jacob and Esau, all of this was already ordained, man. Who was going to be rulers? Who was going to be slaves? What tribulation we would have to go through by the hands of the Lord? You know, who was going to be set up to be the sword to punish us? All of that was all set up before the foundations of the earth, man. So we got to play this out until the end. He that endured to the end, the same that shall be saved, man. You know? So that's the time we're really in right now, man. You know? And hey, the Lord has always had Israel's back, man. He's always been dealing with Israel. And that's very evident throughout the scriptures, man, Old Testament and New Testament, and it's never changed because the Lord is not the confusion, not the
confusion.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was trying to bring out, man, for water, bro. You know, so if you got anything else, bro, you want to hit on?
Hey, no, I mean that's pretty much hit the nail on the head. And these guys that hey man, hit the nail on the head. You know.
Yeah, kind. All right, man. Hey, hope this lesson was edifying, man. And we'll see you next time, man. So giving all praises to Yahweh Shem Shai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. And then shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing his truth, man.
Shalom.
Shalom.